Okay, so this video, I'm just going to just go over the products to sums rules. So they appear like you can see here on the formula sheet, and I'll just do a couple of examples so you can see them in action, and then later on we'll look at some identities that use them. So as an example, if I gave you something like 2 lots of sine 3x cosine x, and you wanted to turn that into a sum for whatever reason, what you could look at this is say, all right, well, that appears to be angle A, and that's angle B. And if we have a look at the top here, you can see that's the first rule there. And so it's going to be sine of the sum of those two, so 3x plus x, which is 4x, plus sine of the difference, which is 3x minus x, which is 2x. And so, I mean, fairly straightforward, just straight substitution. Where they become a little more interesting and where you've got to, I guess, get a bit of practice using them is when they're not just laid out in a straightforward manner like this. So an example might be something like sine of pi over 4 times sine of pi over 8, something like that. Now, this looks like, it's a product, sine and sine, so it fits this bottom rule down here. But you notice it's not 2. It doesn't have the 2 out the front. So what I would tend to do is something like this in terms of your working is say, well, that's half then of 2 lots of sine pi over 4, sine pi over 8. So now what we have in the brackets is exactly this rule from the identity. We've just got half of it. So it means then when we expand this, we can say, well, we've got half of, and then we can expand that, which is cosine of A minus B. So pi over 4 minus pi over 8. And then minus cosine A plus B. Like so. Which is going to leave us with half of, what have I got there? Cosine, a quarter minus an eighth is an eighth, and a quarter plus an eighth is 3/8, like so. And that would be an acceptable expansion. So just be careful with that. If you do get one of these where it doesn't have like the 2, it doesn't seem to fit quite right, see if you can rewrite it. And if you do, just again, in this case, be careful to make sure the half goes outside a bracket and the entire thing is then obviously multiplied by half. Yeah, but that's it. So we'll see these later in further identities. But in the textbook and the practice questions, it's pretty much just rewriting a few examples like that.